W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. It's on you.
I actually have a pretty plentiful list of dubs this week. I'm pretty proud of myself. A lot of positivity going
Good,
over here.
because I
on the
don't
list.
have a lot at all.
You know, there's a lot of good stuff going on over here. Let's get
And what I do have is L's. So,
all right, so let's start out with my first dub that is going out to Mr. Majors.
Mr. Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. He had a good week in the media. Nobody was hating on him. We didn't get no crooked ass op-eds or no hearsay from people that claim to have been in relationships with him from years ago. And all of that
no,
stuff.
we didn't get that.
It's been all good, man.
We got a lot of outfit jokes, but that's.
I just think he dresses like an old person. I just think that's his swag. But in any case, he was
could be an extra in this Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler.
What was the award show? The black. It was a film, a black film awards festival. Jamie Foxx was there actually. He was joking about people talking about he was a clone now.
Yeah, because everybody's a clone once they have some tragic accident and
anyways,
seen for a specific amount of time.
Yeah, he was at the Black Award show with Megan Good. You know, they both looked nice. They was chilling, getting spotted. Click, 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 click.
The African American Film Critics Association.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost said AAFFC.
FCA.
FCA. No, well, I would have been wrong. Anyways, and then apparently he got caught intensely working. Maybe speculation about him taking on a new role.
Yeah. I searched Jonathan Majors, and that seems to be a news article.
See?
Tell me what it is.
There, man. Look at that.
Yes.
Maybe America doesn't covet white women the way that they used to.
Sure.
Just kidding. Of course they do. But he may work again. Yes. And that's the more positive thing of the story. So, very happy for him.
The people that have hated on him are still continuing to hate on him. And,
okay, well.
And their relationship.
Keep hating,
I seen somebody saying that Megan Good looks way too skinny. What's he doing to her?
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? Like, that is insane.
My goodness. Anyways. But yeah, shout out to Jonathan Majors, man. Hope it's working out well. And I'll be excited to see whatever role it is, if that's what's happening.
Also upset that we still won't get to see him as Dennis Rodman. So
I didn't even know how that was going to work.
I was intrigued. Very intrigued.
He's 5'10". He's my height. And he's supposed to be playing a 6'8" power forward. I don't know how that was supposed to work.
I wanted to see it. And they're not going to get anybody else that's going to intrigue me that much. So now.
Oh, I'm not watching it now. I'm not watching it now, for sure. You know who y'all could get? If y'all have Terrence Howard play Dennis Rodman in 48 Hours in Vegas.
Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Pot over. We're done.
Dennis Rodman, I'm showing up. I'm going to be there. I will be there.
Woo. Yeah. No, I would watch it.
Jesus. Where's Cisco at? Go get him to play Rodman.
Cisco's crazy.
All right, next up I got is going out to Mr. Will Smith. He's also putting some
for Will Smith.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Putting some more gold coins on his, his public perception. He's had a rough
season
year.
3?
No, not Bel Air season 3. So he actually showed up at a book reading for Janet Hubbard.
Okay.
For Black and
wow.
Viv. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And read one of her books to the kids in the audience there.
That's good.
Gave them a speech, told them about, overcoming things, how to be successful, things of that nature. I think he even, in a long-winded way, kind of alluded to their past, spat and difficulties and how they worked through it and they're able to be friends now. So I just thought it was all around pretty good scene to see, them linking back up and him showing her some love. That's huge. I know she sold a bunch of books.
Yeah.
So that's dope.
Yeah, no, yeah. Despite obviously their issues, it's good to see them.
No, yeah.
Because both of them are
dope.
iconic in black households.
Sure. I'm going to give a dub out to Nick Saban. Antoine Johnson, this one's for you.
Uh-oh.
Give him a dub out to Nick Saban.
Okay.
For confirming something I already knew, and the rest of Michigan fans already knew.
Oh, my. He
but
didn't
just
confirm this.
Told the rest of college football world exactly why he retired and why he felt like, college football wasn't right for him anymore.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him.
He needed to take a couple $100 million and go work at ESPN. So, apparently, directly after the loss at the Rose Bowl to the Michigan Wolverines, the eventual national championship, Wolverines, excuse me. I misspoke there for a second. The Alabama players who subsequently, after he left, couldn't get out of Tuscaloosa faster, was very upset. Players throwing helmets, slamming shit. And it wasn't
Caleb Downs doesn't strike me.
It wasn't a very. Oh, I don't know. He didn't name any specifics, so I won't put it on Caleb Williams.
Downs doesn't strike me.
You said his name, not me. You said his name, not me. I didn't bring it up.
Fumbled a couple snaps, but
anyways,
not Caleb Downs.
He was, very, very upset. A lot of guys, and it wasn't we're gonna get these guys next year. Oh, I'm so mad. Let's start practicing now. It was no, I'm pissed. How much NIL you got for me this afternoon? Imagine asking your coach, who has won 7 national champions. He's the quote-unquote GOAT. He's the only reason why you're here. Mm-hmm. You've lost your second game of the season in the college football playoff, in the Rose Bowl, in the granddaddy of them all. It's the second game of the season y'all lost. And you're not talking to him about anything competitive. You're not showing him, oh, man, hey, yo, I'm going to kill myself for you this offseason, coach. We're going to come back and beat these niggas next year. I mean, saying that to Nick Saban is a little nuts, but we can come back there and beat them next year. No. You got in that man's face and asked him for some more money?
You know who that actually sounds like, and I'd be pretty upset if it was? Jalen Milroe.
Well, Jalen Milroe's still there, so I can't say that about Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe, out of all the players who had a difference, a impact on Alabama last year, Jalen Milroe is the only one that I can say is committed. Jalen Milroe could have made millions of dollars anywhere else.
Did he say that this was the same player throughout the whole thing that you're talking about?
No, he said players, multiple players. Sure. Asking him about NIL commitments, about playing time, about what they could be assured to come back to play for Alabama. That is complete dog shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I almost feel for the man in that instance because that is terrible. That is a culture that's rotten to its core.
Oh, yeah.
Rotten to its core.
That's fair.
And that's Nick Saban.
But that's got to be a lot of college campuses.
Without a doubt. First of all, Nick Saban, he doing all this boo-hoo and shit now. But don't let him fool you. Nick Saban has been doing the NIL shit for years.
Yeah.
For years. Nick Saban doesn't like that now he has to compete with Chattanooga State with his back man when he only had to compete with Georgia and LSU. Yeah. Now he got to compete with Georgia, LSU, Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, USC, Colorado, Ohio State, Oregon, West Virginia, Florida State. He got to compete with everybody across the country, and they all got bag men, and he don't like that shit no more.
Sure. I agree with that.
But he's not wrong about needing to get the fuck out. Like, damn, these Wolverines done whoop my boy's ass so bad, they don't even want to play football no more. They only worried about that dollar. Sheesh.
I mean, whatever.
Hand it out that retires a GOAT. Let that be marked down in history. Retired to GOAT is a crazy accolade. We should just put that on a plaque.
Satan.
You should we could put that. Retired Satan from football.
He retired the devil himself.
And put that in the trophy case. It's worth it. I would do that shit.
Yikes.
All right. Black workers in California, according to a federal judge, have the right to open up a class action lawsuit against Elon Musk and Tesla.
Ooh.
For racist business practices, hiring practices, discriminatory actions taken against Tesla applicants and employees. So yeah, go get that bread.
Yes.
Go get all of it.
From Elon Musk.
Get it.
Yes.
Get it. Hit him where it hurts.
Take him down.
Now, let's temper expectations because this is black people trying to get this money. But
from a billionaire.
From the mere fact that they're even allowed how to put it together as a class action is threatening enough to make him try and settle. Mm-hmm. So good for y'all. Good for y'all. Last dub I got going out is going to my new favorite rapper.
Did we talk about this?
If you recall.
Glorilla?
Nope. But yeah, Glow.
Oh, wait.
She's my second favorite rapper.
G-Reg?
No, fuck no. Can't play that on the pod. My new favorite rapper is DDG.
Oh, you did say this. Yeah.
DDG is my new favorite rapper, y'all. And it ain't even because he rap.
one DDG
I sure
song.
don't. I don't know a single song. He my new favorite rapper though.
Yo. And your favorite YouTuber? Because he's
He's my
also a
nah
YouTuber.
nah. I'm my favorite YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
But
You ain't real.
nah. But DDG is my favorite rapper though. DDG is my favorite rapper for how he responded to Eliza Schaefer,
Yeah, fuck that guy.
some asshole
Fuck that loser.
who
Asshole racist.
I ain't even gonna tell you what he did. I'm just telling you he disrespected Haley Bailey.
Billy, yeah.
And if y'all wanted to see how he did so, you can go investigate yourself. But the response,
Woo!
my God.
What he did was disrespectful. He got all that and back and more.
I don't think I've talked to anybody on the internet like that since I was like in like 6th, 7th grade.
Yeah.
Like I haven't felt it necessary to speak to someone on the internet like that since I was like 6th, 7th grade. So his response to having his baby mother be, disrespected in this way was to pull up a picture of this man's mother and him at his graduation, his dead mother. In response, I'm smoking on your dead ass mama. That dumb bitch should have got a better doctor. LMFAO.
He didn't pull up the picture. Somebody else pulled up the picture. Somebody else responded with the picture. He just retweeted.
Fam,
basically he just.
This looks like his tweet.
No,
Like,
DDG,
this is not him retweeting anything. This
but
is his tweet.
DDG got the picture of that from the other guy. You know,
Right?
that there was a guy who
Yeah.
thought-
No, I'm not saying he pulled us a picture of his own mother.
No, I'm saying there was a guy who had already responded to that racist dude, whatever his name is.
Oh, this
with that
isn't
picture.
Elijah Schaefer. This is the dude. Yes, it is. Bro.
No, somebody else had already responded to Elijah Schaefer
He
with a picture of
tagged
his
him
mom.
in the tweet. He added Elijah Schaefer in the picture.
Right, I know, but somebody else had already brought up the picture. DDG just took the picture and added his own words to it. So his words are his words. He definitely said all that shit. But somebody had already exposed the mom before that.
I don't give a fuck. Well, I mean, R.I.P.
It doesn't
R.I.P.
change-
to his mom.
It doesn't change the impact of his tweet.
Way to step all over my take.
No, the impact of his tweet is still the impact of his tweet.
Back to DDG.
But somebody else already talked about
I'm
the mom.
smoking on your dead ass mama. That dumb bitch should have got a better doctor. LMFAO. Let's get back on track here. And then he smoked. It don't matter that somebody else brought up the mom first.
Well,
he delivered the killing blow. He delivered the finisher.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Because he put her face on the end of a blunt that he was actually smoking.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's insane. That's crazy.
Not gonna lie, this shit gas. And added him again.
That's crazy.
DDG's my favorite rapper. Shout out to DDG.
I'm not trying to take any impact away from DDG. I'm just saying there was another guy who.
Why do you keep bringing up this other guy? Nobody cares about this other
was the thing
guy.
that started this whole thing.
Fuck this other guy.
And then DDG finally, I guess, got attention
Fuck
to
this
it. And then
other guy, bro.
Shout out
Fuck the
DDG.
other guy.
DDG
You
did
don't
what he
even
was
know his
supposed to do.
name, bro.
I have the
Why you
screenshot.
hating on DDG, bro?
I'm not hating on DDG.
Hey,
at
you
all.
might be a closeted DDG hater, bro.
I actually like Moonwalking in Calabasas. I know a DDG song.
I do too.
Now.
Been do it.
Okay. Who's featured on it?
Fam, I don't need to explain
All right,
myself to you.
All right. Your other favorite rapper.
I've been a DDG fan. DDG.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyways, on to the L's. Where to start? So first L I got is going out to Mike Hart leaving the Michigan football staff. Obviously, everybody knows I'm a Michigan fan.
Oh no.
Mike Hart is my favorite Michigan player of all time. I was kind of worried about this when they were throwing out names to be who's going to be elevated as coordinator. I was worried about this for Mike Hart. I was worried about this for Steve Clinkscale. Now, I will say that at the time, I didn't really realize that Mike had been away from the program since the day after the national championship.
Oh no. Oh no.
There hasn't been a whole lot of reporting on as to what. I mean, from what I've been able to ascertain, he's not connected to any jobs right now, NFL or college. So I don't know what this could be other than some sort of health issue, which is making me even more concerned than the fact that he's just leaving Michigan. Like, I would be pissed that we would have to compete against him in recruiting and everything. But like the fact that the man can't coach football at all. Like if it was rumored he was getting ready to go be a head coach somewhere, or he was going to leave with Harbaugh and be the running backs coach at LA. Okay, at least his health is good. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Like, you don't have to worry about that. But like being away from the team altogether since the day after the national championship, and then to be leaving and not be immediately tied to any other job sounds like it's something outside of football.
Now, I've also heard that there may be problems between him and Homeboy. You guys, head coach.
I never got that. I never picked that up.
I just heard
The only
rumors,
potential friction I could see there being is that Mike Hart wanted to be head coach. Like
Yeah.
when he came to Michigan, it was his life ambition to become the head coach. He said that as a player.
Yeah.
He wanted to be the head coach of Michigan football while he was still playing at the university.
Mm-hmm.
So like if there's any type of head button there, I would say that's probably it. I don't think he would undermine Sharon in any way or try to, hurt the university for his own position. But then again, that wouldn't stop you from enjoying the parade of the national championship that you just won.
Oh, he wasn't even there.
He wasn't at the parade. Man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like literally, he has not been with the team since the national championship game.
Damn.
Flew back to Ann Arbor and hasn't been back with the team since. And then at the end of January, his contract expired.
Unless he got news at that point, well, that's a lot though, because you wouldn't even know if.
But
Sherrod
here's the
Moore
thing,
was
though. Like, even if you went into it this season, thinking that Harbaugh was going to be gone, he knew he wasn't first in line. You're the running backs coach, right? You're not the associate head coach. You're not the offensive coordinator yet.
Sure.
And the offensive coordinator is the one who's being groomed to be a head coach.
Yeah.
More so than anyone else.
He's already coached.
He's got job
games.
offers already coming from other universities. You're not first in line.
And literally coached games for Michigan.
I think this combined with the the Indiana scare from last year, I think it's health related. I do think it's health related.
Now that you mentioned that it was literally the day after the national championship game, and that combined with the scare that he had during one of the games, that's a little. That's probably.
I would hate for it to be something that kept him from coaching again. Yeah. That would really hurt my heart, because it's one thing to not be able to actualize your dream when you think you should get it. Because again, it's not over for Mike Hart in terms of being able to be the coach of Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we love Sherrod Moore, it's not. I think if the situation in Ohio State has showed us anything, is that these situations are not set in stone. Whoever the quote unquote heir apparent is doesn't always end up working out. So we'll see. But if the man can never coach football again, that's obviously different. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting out of football talk, let's talk about Biden's State of the Union address, where he told the nation that Lincoln Riley had passed away.
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
There's a young girl named Laken Riley.
Oh, yeah.
Who passed away.
Mm-hmm. She got killed by
by one of the immigrants, right? And instead of triple checking the girl's name before he got out there and gave a heartfelt apology, he called her Lincoln Riley.
How?
He scared the shit out of Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee had to go Google and make sure Lincoln Riley wasn't dead.
Do you know a woman named Lincoln Biden?
He heard Lincoln and thought it was Lincoln. He's 81 years old. That is the same type of fuck up you would allow your grandmother. Like if you brought a girl named Laken home and your grandma called her Lincoln, you would just let her call her Lincoln. You wouldn't even correct it. But your grandma is president now, so and she has access to the nuclear football. So that's a
no-go.
Oh man, just there was a lot of moments in between State of the Union, but that was by far my favorite.
I thought it was funny when he saw Homegirl with all the MAGA shit on and went.
He was actually about to fuck up when they got into that little argument, that little back and forth. He was about to start stumbling all over his fucking words.
I'm sure.
And here she go bailing him out because she's so fucking dumb. Jesus Christ, these are the leaders of our political system.
Yikes.
2 L's left.
Okay.
First L I got is going out to Josh Gaddis.
Yeah.
Josh Gaddis is a loser-ass loser with a loser face.
He's an idiot.
Loser-ass loser with a loser face. I've never seen someone fuck up their reputation at a place where they haven't been in 3 years, like Josh Gaddis has. I've never seen someone openly admit to NCAA violations while he's trying to accuse someone else of NCAA violations. And I've never seen someone be accused of having sex with recruits' mothers at multiple colleges now, after losing multiple college football coaching jobs in multiple years, and won't just fade to black, who won't just stay out of the spotlight, who won't stop bringing attention to himself.
Yeah, he's a whole ass.
But that guy thought he was going to coach the University of Michigan after Jim Harbaugh left.
Of course. Yeah. More recruits' moms to get at.
Fam, you fucked up Xavier Worthy's recruitment by fucking his mom.
Yep.
Like, they so much as spell it out in the article that they wrote about this. On 3 does. They said, oh, Xavier Worthy's mom enrolled him in classes, right? A couple of days before, so that he can come to school early, because his Texas high school did not allow him to enroll as an early enrollee in college. Didn't allow him to graduate early.
Yep.
This didn't even start out as a Michigan enrollment problem. Not to mention, the nigga could have just simply showed up in fucking June and acted like a regular college student. But anyway, so that happens. His mom enrolls him in online classes so that he can make up for the difference in credits. Michigan tells him a few days before that something's going on, that you may or may not be able to enroll early. And then after that, they didn't drop it at the, oh, Michigan came back and said that you may or may not be able to enroll early. They said something else happened that made Worthy reconsider his coming to Michigan altogether. So now, if enrolling early at the onset didn't do it, if having to take additional classes when you're still enrolled in high school didn't do it, if finding out that you may or may not be able to enroll early didn't do it, I wonder what the fuck else happened that maybe made him say, I'm not going to Michigan at all, even though I've already put up with all of this academic shit as it is, all this time.
Yeah.
I wonder what it could be. Could it be that your position coach is blowing your mom's back out?
It's a possibility. That's for sure.
And I didn't forget the On 3 article that suspected that he was doing this shit again in Miami, and that's why he got fired. Oh, but yeah, let me argue with fans on Twitter. Josh.
Y'all keep talking all that shit, I'm going to really let y'all have it.
Fam, you're arguing with probably fake accounts on Twitter admitting to NCAA violations. If Michigan had players on campus during COVID and you knew about it, that means you witnessed an NCAA violation and talked about it on Twitter 3 years later.
You are complicit.
Fucking idiot. You are completely complicit.
I know some shit on y'all.
And guess what they can say? Now that you're no longer on the staff. Well, that was Josh Gaddis' student. That was his recruit.
Yeah,
None of us knew about it. He's literally the only person that knew about it. He's the only person that's talking about it. It was him.
Oh, I hate Michigan, but this is a whole different type of stupid.
Fucking moron, idiot.
He's
so that you can
dumb
go
as
back
shit.
and forth with people that you don't even know are real on Twitter.
Oh, he is an idiot.
And that is why you're kissing ass on a second-rate staff at Maryland behind a guy who you tried to claim was working for you when you came to Michigan. You tried to claim that Mike Loxley was working for you on Alabama's staff.
Yeah.
And now you lick his taint so that you can keep a job in college football.
That's one way of putting it.
So shut the fuck up and go coach at Middle Tennessee State next year, because I'm sure you'll be fired from Maryland.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, on to my L's. First L goes to a sporting event that is about to happen, and I'm very upset about it because I can't, for the life of me, understand why a legend would allow this to happen. Why is there a Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson event happening?
I don't know.
Why is Mike Tyson allowing this to happen? You were doing great. You don't need this.
But do we think he would really lose to Jake Paul? Do you think he would allow himself to lose to Jake Paul?
I have said that about multiple people that Jake Paul has fought.
Yeah, but none
up
of
to
them
this
were
point.
Mike Tyson, though.
That is true.
Most of them were fighting out of discipline. Most of them were fighting outside of their competitive years. And I'm sure, I am near positive that there's a no knockout clause.
There
Like,
has
they
to be.
cannot KO him. They could probably beat him in a decision. They could punch him to the body. They cannot take an open shot to his temple. I don't think they can.
There has to be.
I don't think
Mike
that they're
would kill
allowed
boy if
to.
That was the case. Even at his old age.
I don't think he would sign up for a fight versus Mike Tyson, seeing what the fuck he did to Roy Jones. It's no holds barred.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the fact that it's happening in the first place is...
Yeah, no, it's a little sick. I mean, he's damn near 60 years old, so it's a little awkward. But if he wants to do it, let him do it. I am just hoping that he stops this.
Yeah.
That, like, he beats him so bad that they will stop doing this.
Yeah.
I hope he finally picked the wrong one.
Fingers crossed. But I also want to point out a funny comment that I saw when it came to this little promo video or whatever that said, why his fade don't blend.
He's white. That's why.
Why don't his fade blend at all? It's just hard stop right
Hard
here.
stop. It's baldy.
Yikes. Come on, bro.
Damn near got it high and tight.
Yeah. That's insane. Anyway, so the Too Personal pod came out, and much to a lot of people's chagrin, it's not really about sports at all. In fact, the clip that I saw had to do with men having women
friends. I don't know what y'all expected, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what y'all expected. Like, celebrity podcasts are not that complicated. They're taking the same social issues that y'all rant and rave at each other about in the comments and just putting them on a screen with celebrity faces for advertisers. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. Podcasting is no longer a thing that they're doing in their spare time to let you into their more personal side. No. It's market placement, ad placement.
I mean, it's called Too Personal for a reason.
It's a TV show that they can set up themselves on the internet. There's nothing groundbreaking here. There's no journalism happening here. This is two girls gabbing on a podcast.
Yeah, but for what it's worth, if Joy or Taylor are watching, I do have women friends.
Okay.
So,
Shameless.
and I just happen to be available. So
Absolutely shameless.
If they're watching, of course. I do have women friends. So
I'm sure they're one of the...
I'm not that guy.
21 people in the chat right now.
They could watch the recap.
You right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Just saying. At least I didn't say something crazy like they can run a train on me.
Please keep going.
Like Homeboy said.
Please keep going.
I'm just saying. All right. My last L. How do I start this? We kind of already talked about this guy earlier. And as a guy who did actually try his hand at, I don't even want to say try. I didn't really try. Who tried his hand at a rap career and failed miserably.
Tried.
I didn't really try. Like, I tried, but like I didn't really put the work behind it at all. I felt like when I was trying to come up, there was definitely at least two labels that I would not sign to for sure. One of those clearly being Bad Boy. And for good reason, but not the reason you would think. Because it just seemed like artists go there and they fail. But now we probably know why that to be the reason. The second label is Cash Money. I'm adding a label to that list, even though I don't rap anymore. And that is OVO. Because it seems like artists either go there to die or they need to find a different outlet.
Where is Party Next Door? What the fuck happened to Party Next Door?
Last time I saw him, he gained a significant amount of weight.
Did he?
Yep. He is party in the neighborhood now. I don't know. I guess he started off, he had weight on him. And then he lost the weight, became Party Next Door, and then I don't know. That's what I heard. Anyway, Four Bats had a song called Date at 8 or something like that. Act 2, Date at 8. I know you heard the song. You clearly heard the song.
Sure. I don't know what it's called.
He's very clearly bootleg Brent Faiyaz. The vibe is nothing but Brent Faiyaz. And of course, Drake had to come out of nowhere and add his own remix to it. But that's not it. He had to sign the kid. So we will never, ever, ever hear from this kid ever again. It's over. OVO in the 2020s is Bad Boy in the late 90s. It just is what it is. And I feel bad for that kid's career because all Drake is going to do is leech off of everything he can take from that kid, and then we'll never hear from him again.
Yikes.
Just saying. Just saying. It's the truth. We all know it.
So Drake about to start sounding like Four Bats?
Yeah. Very high-pitched Brent Faiyaz, basically. All right. My only dub, my sole dub this weekend is I'm giving it to Dr. Umar and Nick Cannon. They had, I don't know what platform it was on. I think it was probably a platform of Nick Cannon's, but they had a conversation about wearing the dress. And funny enough, Dr. Umar actually had some really good points in it. I was actually shocked. I was like, is this Dr. Umar making sense?
Sitting on this couch talking to a professional. Did I go wrong? Did I do something wrong by wearing a dress in my younger years?
I want to quote one of our elder grandmaster teachers, Professor James Small.
Yes.
He said, in response to a question about movies, media, and entertainment, he said, all content has intent. When you sit down and watch an hour and 45-minute long movie,
right,
and you know this better than most, being the successful actor you are, everything that you saw on that final cut, from the color to the background objects, to the pictures, to the clothing, to the conversation, to the symbolism, everything had a purpose in communicating the overall message of that movie.
yes.
Mind you, they are talking about, like I said, Nick Cannon wearing a dress at some point.
When was he in a dress?
I seem to remember him doing it and all that. That's all I can really remember. Now, Nick Cannon had some counterpoints, which are also really good as well. But in that specific
Which were
quote,
what?
I don't remember. Now, it wasn't counterpoints of, oh, yeah, I should be wearing this dress.
I'm like, what's the counterpoint?
It was more like, yeah, I maybe I made a mistake, but da 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 da. Anyway, the quote that he actually just said rang clear to me because I just feel like sometimes we get movies as black people that have very clear intent.
We talk about them here all the time.
I was saying we talk about them quite a bit on the podcast. But it was just surprising to me that Dr. Umar gave me a quote and I had to sit there and listen to it. Like I was like, oh shit, is he spitting?
It's very valid.
Spitting facts?
Mike Epps was on Up in Smoke.
Is Mike Epps trying to get a Cat Williams interview? Is that what he was trying to get?
I think that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Okay.
But he was in Up in Smoke and he was talking. Apparently, Mike Epps was in the pilot episode of The Sopranos.
Yeah, he was gay.
And played a gay dude. Yeah. It was like, how did I miss that?
That was crazy, yeah.
Yeah, how the hell did I miss that?
That might have been like right as he was ascending.
Well, no, I mean, he's like, hey, look, man, I'll do it. I ain't going to touch him. And I can't really act like a gay man, but I'll act like my mom. And apparently that got him where he needed to go. So
yeah, sure. He also talked about being high during most of his big roles on cocaine.
Yeah, I didn't think Mike Epps was a cokehead.
I guess I can see it.
I thought he was a weed smoker. I feel like people who mix weed and coke, you can't trust them.
Now. Oh yeah, no, that's insane.
You can't trust them. Yeah, if you want to ride that roller coaster, you're gonna have to ride it without me.
Facts.
But I just didn't peg him as a coke user.
I think I can kind of see it. I didn't for what it's worth, but I can kind of see it now that he mentions it. And all about the Benjamins, and did he say Friday After Next? He said how high, which everybody was high, I'm sure. So
yeah.
On something or other. And then I think he said he was high doing Richard Pryor. No,
I didn't watch the whole interview.
There was a clip that incorporated why he isn't Richard Pryor anymore, and then that led into.
Oh, he's not Richard Pryor no more?
Supposedly. At first, he said, "I'm not Richard Pryor because his ex-wife wouldn't let me, or I wouldn't let her fuck." Is basically what he alluded to, and it was kind of like, "All right, bro, chill out."
I mean, I seen the clip where he was talking about she was like, "You ain't ready to play Richard Pryor" or something like that.
I think that's when he said it.
Is that? But he's
He
not.
said-
He said he's not playing it anymore.
That's what the clip was about. Now let me find it now. Mike Epps. and
He
there's
was telling
tons
them
of
how,
clips.
like, basically, you know, this is people going to see Mike Epps play a comedian. It's no longer
Yeah, he said that too.
seeing a comedian play Richard Pryor because Richard Pryor has been gone for so long.
I was gonna play Richard Pryor, man. And
I was going to play Richard Pryor.
I didn't screw his wife, his ex-wife, and she got mad.
Yep.
You're not gonna play Richard. You didn't spank this ass. I said, nope, I ain't playing Richard Pryor then.
The first thing he said.
Yo, that's wild.
Yeah, very wild. I don't believe
Damn.
it either. It's a little much. I think he was just trying to tell a joke.
Okay.
But who
I don't know
knows?
why you. That's not a joke. That's not something you joke about, especially somebody that you respect. If you respect Richard Pryor, you would not tell that lie.
Well, I don't know that he respects her anymore.
If you respect Richard Pryor at all, you would not come out and publicly
yeah,
allude
sure.
to her asking you for dick.
For sure. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Jesus.
I don't-
So yeah, I believe it.
I don't know.
I believe it. Because the only reason why I would say something like that is if it was true. About Richard Pryor?
But then,
Because you know
if
motherfuckers
do-
gonna be on your ass about doing that.
Yeah, but I guess if you respect him, wouldn't you just keep that out of the public eye in general? Like, wouldn't you just be like, all right, I'm going to steer clear of that?
Sure, in a general sense, but I'm saying you don't respect him at all if you would lie about something like that. If you would
yeah.
make something up
Yeah.
to even, like, the butt of the joke is the fact that Richard Pryor's widow wanted to fuck me. Like, that's not something you joke about unless it actually happened.
That makes sense.
You know?
That makes sense.
Damn, she nasty.
That's crazy. I don't know, man. Maybe they were both getting high on
They
coke.
was coked out, and she probably asked for some dick, and Mike Epps was coming down. He had just smoked some weed. He said, look, I'm not on your level no more. I don't want to do this shit. And she said, you ain't playing Richard Pryor no more.
Damn, what if she asked him to do it while wearing the Richard Pryor costume?
Okay, do you have any more dubs than that?
Yeah, what's crazy is he did end up playing Richard Pryor still during winning time at least.
Oh, yeah.
So, for whatever that's worth.
I was going to play Richard Pryor, man. Now he getting kind of old, man.
Yeah. Well,
Kind of old. He ain't going to be able to play young Richard.
sure. No, that's all I had.
Put your dubs and L's in the prompt below. Whether you're live chatting right now, if you're watching the replay, we want to hear them both. Like, share, and subscribe. Come back next week for another Dubs and L's segment.
Facts, and make sure that you check out our Dubs and L's playlist, which is full of everything that we talked about in previous weeks. And like you said, make sure you subscribe. We like to do this every Wednesday at 10 o'clock a.m.